statement for the period ended December 31st, 2025. The committee has concluded consideration of the said report and it is waiting its adoption. Arising from the above, we respectively request this Honourable House to grant the committee 7 days to consider the comprehensive half-year report for approval in this House.
Thank you, Honourable Mbai. The 7 days requested are granted. Clerk ensure the same is presented within the 7 days. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements. Under this order, there is a statement by Honourable Jeffrey Waroiro Kamwana, the Chairperson, Committee on Implementation.
Very well, Honourable Kamwana. Anybody holding brief for Honourable Kamwana? In the circumstance, I refer.
Honourable Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Kamwana.
I want to apologize. I'm a member of this committee, but you are not in communication with the chair. But he had left the communication. I do it on his behalf, Honourable Speaker. And I want to say that as a committee, we have been sized with a response from the County Secretary and the County Executive Committee member responsible for roads, transport, energy, and public works regarding the mentioned resolution on the disaster preparedness. And the committee shall be meeting to look into the information delayed. So the committee will be meeting and we are requesting around 21 days so that we can be able to table the report.
Very well. Maybe you can hear from the Speaker, Honourable James Mongish, okay, because he appears to be present. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I am okay with the 7 days.
Very well. In the circumstance, we grant the 21 days as requested. Clerk, next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills. Under this order, there is a motion by Honourable Peter Gathungu Kamau, the Chairperson, Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection.
Very well. Honourable Peter Gathungu Kamau.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion that the House does adopt the report of the Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection on Orjorok and Kipipiri sub-counties vocational training centers, annual reports and financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2025 as a report of the House and the recommendation therein as the resolution of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir.
Thank you, Honourable Gathungu.
Let me continue, Honourable Speaker. And Honourable Speaker, Honourable Speaker, Honourable Speaker, this is a committee of financial statements to the committee, Honourable Speaker. On the 23rd September 2025, the annual report and financial statement for the period ended 30th June 2025 were tabled in the House by the leader of the majority party, Honourable Mwangi Nyaga. The annual report and financial statements for the various polytechnic for the financial year ended 30th June 2025 were committed to the Departmental Committee on Education, Vocational Training.
Honorable Gadongo, can you refer me? You're in page?
I'm in page 4.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker. The committee acknowledged the importance of this exercise as a central accountability mechanism that ensures public resources are managed prudently, transparently, and in compliance with the Constitution of Kenya 2010. That is the PFM Act 2012 and other enabling registration. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Gender, Culture, and Social Protection is established by Order number 200. The committee is mandated to investigate, inquire into, and report on all matters relating to the mandate, management activities, administration, operation, and estimates of the assigned department. B, Honorable Speaker, is to scrutinize the program and policy objective of the department and evaluate the implementation effectiveness. C, Honorable Speaker, is to study and review all county registration referred to it and evaluate the relative success of departments comparing results with stated objectives, Honorable Speaker. E, Honorable Speaker, is to investigate, inquire into matters pertaining to the assigned departments as deemed necessary. And F, Honorable Speaker, is to vetting and reporting on appointments requiring assembly approval under the Constitution as applicable by the law, and making periodical reports and recommendations to the Assembly, including proposal for new committee registration. Honorable Speaker, the committee composition is as stated there. And Honorable Speaker, the committee deliberation and scope of review is that to effectively execute its mandate, the committee convened a number of sittings aimed at internalizing the contents of the annual report and financial statement. Honorable Speaker, through the sessions, the committee members sought critically to examine the financial disclosures, assess management assertions, and identify areas where clarifications or further justifications was required from the accounting officer. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the review focused on the following key thematic areas. That is 1, financial accuracy and integrity. 2, Honorable Speaker, management assertions and accountability. 3, Honorable Speaker, was corporate governance and institutional capacity. Honorable Speaker, I would like to extend my special gratitude to the honorable members of the committee whose commitment and input have been instrumental in the compilation of this report. We would also like to extend our gratitude to our office and the office of the clerk for making the entire report writing process successful. Finally, Honorable Speaker, it is my singular honor and distinguished duty on behalf of the committee to present this report to this honorable house for debate and subsequent adoption, Honorable Speaker, signed by myself as the chair of the committee. And Honorable Speaker, in chapter 1, it's on legal underpinning to preparation of quarterly report. As per Honorable Speaker, section 166(1) of the PFM Act 2012, which postulates that an accounting officer for the county government entity shall prepare a report for each quarter of the financial year in respect of the entity, and section 166(2) further provides that in preparing quarterly reports for a county government entity, the accounting officer shall ensure that the report A, contains information on the financial and non-financial performance of the entity, and B, it is in form determined by the Accounting Standards Board. Honorable Speaker, on committee observations and finding, the Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Gender, Culture, and Social Protection conducted a comprehensive review of the Nyandarua County Annual Financial Statement for Kahoro, Lirishua, Miharate, and Kangoi Vocational Training Center. The committee, through a letter dated 3rd March 2026, received a response from the CCM Education regarding queries raised on the annual statements. Honorable Speaker, the committee was furnished with the following information for the vocational training centers in Njororok and Kipipiri sub-counties. One was fees payable to the various vocational training centers. Two, the disbursement schedule of the capitation to the various VTCs, bank statement of the various VTCs, and authority to incur expenditure for the various VTCs. Honorable Speaker, the committee observation, findings and recommendations are detailed here, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I believe the honorable members have the information in their gadgets and they can check on the capitation how it was dispersed as follows in the vocational training centers at the review, which was in Oljorok, that is Kangoi. Kipipiri we have Meharati and Reshua, and in Kinangop we have Kahoro, Honorable Speaker. Or in Form B, Honorable Speaker, from the submissions made by the CCM, the committee observed that the trainees are tabulated. Ada, that is Kangoi has 93, that is Kangoi in Ojorok, and in Kipipiri, that is Miharate Reshua, they have 148 and 131 respectively, and Kahoro, which are 72, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, there is the fees payable to various polytechnics. The fees payable in various institutions is as tabulated in the table below. That is, the day scorers in Kangwe were supposed to pay 20,500. Boarders were supposed to pay 32,500. In Kahoro, we don't have boarders, and the day scorers were supposed to pay 11,700. In the ratio, it was 18,000 for the day scorers and 36,000 for the boarders. And in Miharat, it is 19,000 and 26,500 for the boarders. Honorable Speaker, it's worth underscoring that the exam fee payable to various examining bodies such as NITA, NAFTEC, NEC is not part of the fees payable to the various vocational training centers. Additionally, the committee observed that examination fees ranged from 8,000 to 11,500 depending on the institution, proximity to the examination center, and availability of materials. On the bank statement, Honorable Speaker, the committee observed that where the transfers of SYPT funding to all the other VTCs were made on 11th June 2025. Honorable Speaker, on AIE, the various vocational training centers managers were utilized why SYPT funds under the following vote heads: A, utilities, water and electricity; B, textbooks, exercise books and stationery, instructors guide, training manuals and syllabuses; C, Honorable Speaker, instructional materials; D, it's LT&T; E is repair, maintenance, tool and equipment; F is repair and maintenance and buildings; the G, training on financial management; H, co-curricular activities; J, skills and competitions; J, bank charges; and K, total and equipment. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Kahoro Vocational Training Center annual report and financial statement for the year ended 30th June 2025, and the key information and management. Kahoro Vocational Training Center was established in the year 1982 as a homecraft center with sponsorship of the local community. The center offers the following trades: motor vehicle mechanic, building technology, hairdressing, beauty therapy and fabrication, welding and fabrication, electrical wireman, computer application, plumbing and pipe filter. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, during the period of the review, the Vocational Training Center had a total revenue of Kenya shillings 2,265,726. The amount received were as the table tabulated below, which the honorable members have in their tablets. Honorable Speaker, the transfer from the county government of 2,265,000. Thank you. And Honorable Speaker, on expenses, during the year under review, Kahoro Vocational Training Centers incurred expenses as per tabulated table there, Honorable Speaker. On use of goods and services, there were teaching materials of 332,000, electricity 49,000, catering conference 7,800, travel and accommodation 460, printing and stationery 102,576, skills development levies that 1,420, bank charges were at 5,400, and employees cost, Honorable Speaker, we had salaries and wages for BOM instructors, which stood at 99,500, and salaries and wages for county staff, which ranged at 316,000. And Honorable Speaker, during the year review, Kahuro VTC had a surplus of Kenya shillings 7,701, which was occasioned by the rate disbursement of the county government transfer on capitation. Honorable Speaker, on assets, during the period review, the training center held cash equivalent of Kenya shillings 1,129,304 shillings, Honorable Speaker. The committee further observed that the statement for the year ended 30th June 2025 did not have a figure amount for the comparative period. Honorable Speaker, on Kangwe, Honorable Speaker, Kangwe Vocational Training Center annual report and financial statement for the year ended 30th June 2025. And Honorable Speaker, Kangwe Training Center was established when almost all the members in this assembly were not born. That is in the year 1973 as a village polytechnic. The center, apart from Honorable Kasana was born. The center is located in Jorok sub-county, where ward it sits in around approximately 2.5 acres. Center manager report. During the period under review, the center had 93 trainees undertaking the following courses: garments making, fashion design, motor vehicle mechanic, building and construction, electrical and electronics, hairdressing, beauty therapy, and etc. Of the 93 trainees, four of them sat for NITA exams. Honorable Speaker, during the period under review, Kangwe Vocational Training Center had a total revenue of Kenya shillings 3,715,818. Honorable Speaker, the sources were as follows. There was the county government transfer, fees from trainees, all totaling to 3.7 million. Honorable Speaker, during the year under review, Kangwe Vocational Training Center incurred the expenses as per the table below, which the honorable members can review from their tablets. And Honorable Speaker, as at the 30th June 2025, Kangwe Vocational Training Centers had a surplus of 302,434. The committee noted from the center manager report the surplus occasioned from rate disbursement from the county government. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, during the period review, the center had 148 trainees undertaking the following courses. Honorable Speaker, Kangwe has a very huge, apart from Mirangine and Desha Youth Polytechnic, this is one of the biggest polytechnics that we have, doing electrical installation, and the table below can tell you the ladies who are undertaking the course and the gentlemen who are undertaking the course as per the table below. Honorable Speaker, on Miharate Vocational Training Center had a review of Kenya shillings 500. The amount received is as follows. That is transfer from the county government 4.3 million. Fees from trainees was 638,865, and in total they had 5,2,642. Honorable Speaker, on expenses during the year under review, the honorable members from their tablet can check the tabulation of a total expenses of Kenya shillings 4,899,132, which are enumerated on the table in their tablets. During the year under review, Meharate Vocational Training Center held current assets of cash equivalent of 2,346,468 shillings. The committee observed that a statement of financial performance for the period ended 30th June did have a comparative period. On the Nyandarua Vocational Training Center, during the period under review, Honorable Speaker, the amount they had is tabulated below that. They had 4,247,443. They had transfer from the county government of Kenya shillings 3,624,333, and also 1,965,000 was received as capitation. Further, it received a grant of 1.659333 from the County Department of Public Service, which was salaries for the teaching staff engaged by the county government. The expenses are tabulated below, Honorable Speaker, and during the year under review, the Nyandarua VTC current assets of cash equivalent was 2,366,620 shillings, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on the chapter 4 is where we have the committee recommendation, and Honorable Speaker, upon scrutinizing the annual report, Honorable Speaker, I repeat, upon scrutinizing the annual report and financial statements for vocational training centers in Ojorok, Kipipiri sub-counties for the period ended 30th June 2025, and submission made by the CCM, the committees makes the following recommendation. The CCM, responsible for education, does submit a published report on vocational training centers policy to be submitted to the county assembly within 30 days of this approval, and to Honorable Speaker, that the county government, through the Department of Education of Vocational Training, Gender, Culture and Social Protection, does prioritize constructing and improving infrastructure in the various vocational training centers. Honorable Speaker, number 3, the county executive committee member does, in subsequent financial year, establish centers of excellence in the various vocational training centers. This will help cure the instructors gap that the county government does in the year 2026-2027, recruit more qualified instructors to bridge the existing gaps that the county government, through the Department of Education, Vocational Training, Gender, Culture and Social Protection, does provide the vocational training centers with modern, efficient and equipments that will ensure technical creativity, innovation, entrepreneurship, skills for the 21st century that match the job-related and social realities present in today's economy, that the county government in the subsequent financial years does consider supporting the VTCs and trainees by increasing the capitation fee from the current 15,000 shillings per student to 20,000 shillings. This would increase necessary revenue required to cater for day-to-day activities of the VTCs, and it would go a long way in reducing the dropout rates. That the chief officer in the subsequent financial years does ensure timely disbursement of the vocational training centers capitation to avoid disruptions. And Honorable Speaker, that the Department of Education, Vocational Training, Gender, Culture and Social Services does in the subsequent provide guidelines to harmonize the school's fees payable in the vocational training centers. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I need not emphasize more on the recommendations that we have made. And Honorable Speaker, if all the recommendations that the committee may are observed, Honorable Speaker, we shall ensure VTCs which are very devolved to the county government, and which we should prioritize as we prioritize our roads, as we prioritize our health sector, as we prioritize our other issues that have been involved. If we give maximum support to these institutions, we will be building a better future for our students and for our younger generations. I can't emphasize on the same issue, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, with those many remarks, I would like to call Honorable Steve Matimu to second. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Gadungo. Thank you, Honorable Matimu, for seconding. I now propose a question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection in Oljororok and Kipipiri sub-counties, vocational training centers annual reports and financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2025 as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolution of the House. Yes, Honorable Joyce, you want something? I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection in Oljororok and Kipipiri sub-counties, vocational training centers, annual reports and financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2025 as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolution of the House. May those of a similar opinion say aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Honorable members, I wish to refer back to order number 2, communication. Just a minute, I'm getting back there. I wish to give my communication under the supplementary order paper. So, Clerk, let us proceed to the next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the business appearing on the main order paper has been exhausted as per the approved supplementary order paper by the House Business Committee. We proceed to order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, the House is not quorate.
There being no quorum, I direct that pursuant to Standing Order 36, the quorum bell be rung for an initial 10 minutes. 5 minutes, I beg your pardon. You see the habit in their system. So verbatim appreciation petition
Mr. Speaker, sir, at the expiry of the 8 minutes, quorum has not been achieved.
There have been no quorum at the expiry of 8 minutes. I now bring the House Wednesday, the 12th day of August, 2026 at